Recently, some person got arrested by the police for raping his own mother. You may be disgusted by that. I feel sympathy. This is what a human mind can do when it has no refuge in the Dhamma. If we had asked that mother, if we'd asked that mother a few years ago, say a few months ago, a few weeks ago, no, let's just say the previous day, Mother, do you think your child would ever do something like that to you? Before the event. What do you think the mother would have said? Never. She'd probably have gone mad at me for asking the question. Yeah? How can you even think of asking me a question like that? To ask a mother whether the child would one day rape her? How could you even ask something like that? But now if you ask her, she'd say, I never expected that. But mothers, hello? I'm speaking to you now. Do you think your child would ever do something like that to you? No, right? Yeah. No. Said that mother a day before the incident. Says every mother before it happens. Says every father. Do you think your son would ever stab you? Because he's asked you for something. He's asked you for money. He's asked you for for a PlayStation. He's asked you some money to buy a bottle of alcohol. He's asked you to give permission to go to a party. You think your son would ever hit you, attack you, strike you, stab you? Never. Always before the fact. Never. But after the fact, better be safe than sorry, don't you think? This is why I always keep going on about this. It is not enough just to give our children education. They're educated enough, yes. Education is not what's going to save them. As long as attachment prevails in the mind, ladies and gentlemen, there's always going to be vexation. And as long as the mind vexes, the mind is always looking for a way to relieve itself from vexation. It's like the pressure cooker at home. You've used it so many times, haven't you understand the concept? Once the pressure starts building in there, what happens next? Unless there's a way for that pressure to be relieved, what's going to happen? Well, fortunately, at home, you have a nozzle in the pressure cooker that allows the pressure to be released. You've either got to release the pressure or switch off the cooker. If you don't do one of these two things, then you'll be sorry. The pressure cooker is going to blow up. What makes you think it's a different concept when it comes to the mind? That's physical pressure. This is mental pressure, psychological pressure. Once the pressure starts building, I was thinking to myself the other day, it's quite likely, and don't take me wrong for saying this, I don't mean this in any way rude or in an impolite way. A lot of people, the reason that they don't resort to killing, lying, backstabbing, slander, the 10 unmeritorious deeds, stealing and so on, is because they simply have the means to relieve themselves from vexation. That's why. Unless you understand the Dhamma, the reason that you don't steal is because when you want something, there's a way to go and get it. You have the means to go and get it. That's why you don't steal. You'll tell me, no, Swami Nuhansa, it's not so. I will not steal no matter what. It's easier said than done. Because once the pressure starts building inside, do you think the pressure cooker, do you think it can make a resolve, I'm not going to blow up, if you don't let the steam out? You think a mere determination can do that? No. Either that, or you should have practiced your resolve, your determination over a long time in samsara. Then it becomes a paramita. Khanti is a paramita. Khanti is patience. It's a paramita. If you've practiced that for yawns and yawns and yawns, at least years and years and years, then it becomes possible. Aren't your lives a testimony to the fact that if you can't get something legally, lawfully, rightfully, you will find other ways to get it? Let me be quiet for a minute. Why don't you go back, take a trip down memory lane and ask yourself this question, had I not done that? I'll give you a minute on the clock. Although today you might claim to be very virtuous, right now we're all feeling very virtuous, aren't we? We've just observed the precepts. Don't we all feel we're very good people? We always do. We do. Until the moment comes when it's by hook or by crook, and the mind starts to vex. It is exactly like the pressure cooker. Once the pressure starts building inside, folks, there is either you have to switch off the cooker, which is what I'm trying to help you do, switch off the cooker, or you've got to let the steam out. There is something in this world on whose behalf you will do whatever it takes to keep it safe. It might be your children. If someone comes running up to your child with a dagger in his hand, are you as a father just going to turn a blind eye? Of course not, because you're going to tell me, Swaminathan, what do you expect? I'm a father. A father must protect their children like a ferocious lion. That's what a father's supposed to do. Okay. In saving your child, you'll earn a merit, but in killing another life, taking another life, you earn demerits. Ultimately, you're the one who has to pay. It matters not why you've done the demerit. That's the thing. They don't ask you. They don't ask for your rationale. They don't ask you to rationalize it. Have you, haven't you, is all they ask, not why. That's why I said this is the fate that awaits you.